The Naval Battle. The main difference in the difficulties here is that the enemies take less shots to hit you. And one hit in this part sinks the ship. So you gotta be quick. Oop. Coincidentally, every notch that I'm moving my elevation degrees is a 100 meters, which is how you figure out where you are in relation to where you need to be. And sometimes it jumps up too, which is really annoying. Now next should be the ship on the left. They fire in a set order. It should be somewhere around 60. It might be 69. 23. .5, is that it? I think I counted that right. Nope. 1 degree off. You are much shorter if I remember right. Let's try... I don't know what that gray thing in the middle is supposed to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, I made it through here without losing a single ship for a change. And this is where you get your extra points for all the extra ships. And it's a pretty good point boost. And now it takes you back to the map for really no reason, because all I have to do now is sail over here. Ooh boy, this sure is difficult. And this takes us up to the last phase, the ground assault on the enemy fortress. If you have 4 ships surviving, you get 8 tanks. For every ship less than 4, you lose 2 tanks. And to defeat the final area, you're going to need, unless you are some sort of ridiculous, unhuman thing, you're probably going to need at least 3. Especially on higher difficulties. And I'll explain that as we get there, or rather you'll just see why that is the case. Enemy placement is different every time you get to the boss and do some damage to it. Except for the mines and the walls, those are static. Wow. I made it through there without hitting that wall. I usually hit that wall. This is the part where if I'm going to lose, this is going to be where I will lose. Is there anything over on this? No, not yet. It's after the first go. Okay, in this part you have to hit the glowing windows. And eventually, yeah, the fortress can sights you and kills you. The damage you have done stays, and there's no way to get all of those windows before the thing shoots you. So you can try, but it won't happen. I've been able to get 5 and then 5 on the second one. I've done that only once, though. So it's theoretically possible to do it in 2 tanks, but practically not so much. And now we have a slightly different enemy placement. But it's muchly the same. Yeah, the difficult part about those walls is that the perspective is kinda weird. And you have to let yourself get way closer to the lower one than you think you need to. And as much as I hate to say it, shooting targets in this is really difficult because you have to know that they're there in advance. Really. Okay, I think there's only 2 more left. So, one more trek through the dangerous wilderness. I would call this needless game padding, but that's basically the hallmark of old games. Especially score attack games, because you get more points for your extra tanks left over, so the faster you do this, the better off your score will be. And as I mentioned, because of the ridiculous speed that the enemies will start shooting back at you with, you really have to know that they're coming in advance, because once they start shooting, it's next to impossible to get up there and line up a shot on them. Without getting shot in return, at least. Like I almost did. And if I can make it through here, I should be home free. Shit. Well, once again. And yeah, if you get blown up on the way to the base, it puts you back at the start. Isn't that great? Should have been expecting that, though. Can't believe I hit a mine, of all things. Come on. What the hell am I doing? The diagonal walls have a perspective issue. The enemies are really damn quick on the draw. But a freaking mine, really? That'd be like running into one of those box things. I've forgotten that that gun was there in this run. There we go. There's nothing on the other side of the bridge this time, right? No. Okay. Man. Oh shit, there is. Man, I could have had an even better score. No, as long as I don't fuck this up. And the cannon explodes. We have won because we are awesome. And we have established our beachhead. And yeah, there is high scores that do not save, as far as I remember. Because there should be more scores in here if they did. Well, what are you going to do? There we go. And I have beaten a Commodore 64 game for my Commodore 64 game set. I feel accomplished. I will see you guys next time with something different. Later.